What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to week 9 of the NFL Pick Ems. And today, sadly, you're going to be stuck with me because this past Tuesday, we recorded the podcast and there was no audio. So with that, of course, with the Pick Ems, there was no audio as well. So let your booze rein in. I apologize, but for today, you're stuck with me. So below, bam, here are the last week's picks and our overall records. So this past week, no ball. I went 13-3. And in second place, Dontea went 12-4. And Jordan and Matt both went 10-6. So that leaves the overall records for us in first place is Dontea 77-44. Jordan in second with 74-47. Me in third, just one game behind Jordan, 73-48, and Matt in dead last with 70-51. So coming for you, Dontea. I'm only 4 games behind, so just wait. Since we're recording this on a Friday, we did do the pick'ems the day before. So yesterday, Thursday, was Titans versus the Steelers, and we all chose the Steelers to win that one. So Will Levis, his team, the Titans, did not put enough mayo in their coffee Thursday night. They lose 20-16 as the Steelers. I think I just saw a stat. Their yardage differential is the worst in 53 years to have a winning record or something like that. It's insane. I don't know how they keep winning. They keep doing it, but Steelers move on to 5-3 as the Titans go to 3-5. Next, we go to Germany. So we have the Dolphins considered going away at the Chiefs, but Chiefs are favorited -1.5. And I think everyone chose the Chiefs here, as I think the Dolphins, they still have something to prove. They really haven't beat a good team yet. Same thing with the Chiefs. I think these both teams are overhyped. I don't think they're that good to where they're hyped up to be, but I'm going to go Dolphins here. Although they haven't beat a good team, in my opinion, I still think they have a better offense here, and we kind of saw the Chiefs struggle last week against the Broncos, so I'm going to go Dolphins. Next, we have the Vikings at the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta favorited -3.5, and Vikings, I feel bad for you guys. You know, you just had Kirk Cousins. He was playing great, MVP-level Kirk out there, looking like primetime Kirk, am I right? No. But Kirk Cousins goes out, Achilles, rest of the year, his last year on his contract. Probably looking like you're going to tank the rest of the season away, especially trading for Joshua Dobbs. So I'm going to go Atlanta here. I think Taylor Heineke's taking over the role. I think he's going to play good. He's a veteran, and he showed well with the Commanders that he's able to play great at the quarterback position. I think the Riddler turns the ball over too damn much, and I don't trust Desmond Ridder, but I'm going to go Atlanta here. Next up, we have the Cardinals going to Cleveland, as the Cleveland Browns will host Arizona and their starting rookie quarterback, Clayton Tune, right? I've never seen this guy play in my life, I'll be honest. And the Cleveland Browns here are favorited -7.5. So with that, they think the Browns defense is going to take over this game, because I can tell you the Browns offense will probably not do too much, especially with Phillip Walker at quarterback. So with that, I think the Cardinals are going to tank the rest of this year, even if they get Kyler Murray back and playing. I don't think I would rush him back, especially with the record you have. You're not going to make a push for the playoffs at all. But the Browns, they still have something to play for. They're 4-3. If they win here, they're still in the top of the division. But in that division, it's looking a little rough with the Ravens playing well, the Steelers squeaking out wins, and, you know, the Bengals still being a great team. So with that, I'm still going to take the Browns here. The over-under is 37.5. You might have to hit the under in this game, and it's not going to be a high-scoring game. Next, we have the Rams going to Green Bay. And now with this, Green Bay's favorited -3. And with this game, Brett Rypien is looking like he might be a starter here. He was the backup quarterback taking, second string reps with the Rams as Matt Stafford. He's not looking too hot this season anyways, but somehow, some way, they still squeak out wins as well. Green Bay, I'm surprised is favorited -3, maybe because they're thinking Matt Stafford isn't going to play here. But I think with that Rams defense and Aaron Donald and the Packers O-line not being that great, I don't see Jordan Love making too much noise. I'm going to go Rams here. Next, we have the Commanders going to the Patriots, and it's not going to be a fun game. New England's favored at -3. The Commanders, you just got rid of Chase Young and Montez Sweat. So your D-line's looking pretty thin. I mean, the Patriots look absolutely terrible this year, but they somehow beat the Bills. I really don't know who to go with here. I think Sam Howell's definitely a better quarterback than any of the other quarterbacks on the Patriots, and I think their offense is better. So just with that, I'm going to go Commanders, and Sam Howell gets that dub. Next game, we have the Bears headed to the Superdome as the Saints will host them. Saints are actually favored -8 here, and Tyson Bagnott, however you say his name, looked good his first start, second start blown out. So I'm going to go Saints here. I just think they have a better overall team. I think the Bears are going to still tank. They might look for him to draft a quarterback this coming draft. Justin Fields, career backup. We'll see. Next, we have the Seahawks headed to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Ravens favored -6, and the Seahawks coming off of a win against the Browns, looked like a very sloppy game from the Browns. We've had, the ref's number or the ref's phone number in our contacts, but that game, they still gave it to us a little bit. They just didn't help us very much. But Seahawks squeaked that one out. Their wins have been very close, the Seahawks, and I don't trust their team yet, especially Geno not looking too hot. But I'm going to go Ravens here. I just think they have a better offense and better defense overall. Give me the Ravens. Next, we have the Buccaneers at the Texans. The Texans favored at -3 here as CJ Stroud and the Texans. They look to go 500 here. Same thing with the Bucs. They're both 3-4. Buccaneers are 2-1, and the Texans are 2-1 at home and away for both of those. So with that, I think the Bucs should be better than what they are right now. I think they have a really good defense, and then they have a really decent offense as well. It just depends on how good Baker Mayfield plays. The Texans, they play really well in their system for CJ Stroud. They don't ask him to do too much. I know he has 9 touchdowns and 1 pick on the season, so he's been game managing as he should as a rookie. He's been playing great. I just don't trust their run game as much with Dameon Pierce or was it Devin Singletary at running back over there. I'm going to go Bucs. I just think they have a better overall team, even though they're underdogs here. Give me Baker Mayfield. Next, we have the Colts headed to the Panthers. As the Panthers are underdogs, 2.5. They're given 2.5 points. Colts are favored at 2.5. I think that's a pretty close line. You might have to take the Colts plus or -2.5 there. I don't think the Panthers are that good. I know they got their first win. I know it's the NFL. Any team can win. But the Panthers look like one of the worst teams in the NFL right now. If I had to guess, I was assuming they might not win a game the whole damn year. But give me the Colts here. I think they're going to blow out the Panthers. Next, we have the Giants headed to Las Vegas to play the Raiders, as the Raiders are favored at -2. And talk about a shit show of a game. This one might take the cake. And Giants last week almost won against the Jets. I don't know how they had -9 passing yards, I believe, the whole game, and you still almost win. I don't know how that's possible, but they almost made it happen. With the Raiders, they just look abysmal. Devontae's not happy. Jimmy G just does not look like a decent quarterback. He looks absolutely trash. Aiden O'Connell's not a good second option either. I say, hell, start the 40-year-old Brian Hoyer. I don't know how old he is, but he's probably 40 years old. With that, Las Vegas is still favored at -2. I just think they have a better defense. I think the Giants really only have Kayvon Thibodeau, and I don't think he's going to be that much of a game wrecker against the Raiders this week. So give me the Raiders to squeak out that one. It's going to be a terrible, terrible game. Next, we have the Cowboys headed to Philadelphia to play the Eagles, as the Eagles are favored -3 here. And Jalen Hurts, he's all right as a quarterback. I mean, the tush push is something insane, but 13 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. It's not looking like he's dicing up too many defenses, but they get wins, and he plays well in that system. They have one of the best receivers, top 2, I say. A.J. Brown is playing phenomenal this year. Cowboys, I still think they're frauds. So I'm going to go Eagles here to win that one. Watch tush push. I don't know the over-under for that 2.5 times. I will say 4.5 times. Over-under 4.5 for the tush push. What are you betting? We'll see. I'll take the under 4.5. I don't think they're going to get that many, but I don't know. I don't even know what the average is, but it's probably something insane. Next, we have the Bills headed to Cincinnati to play the Bengals, as the Bengals are favorited at -2 here. And the Bills lost to the Jets week 1. They looked terrible. Josh Allen threw 3 picks to Whitehead 3 times. That's insane. The Bengals, they looked terrible to start the year, but then they started slowly winning and reeling it back in. Even with the Bills, I'll go back. They lost to the Patriots too. So, I don't know what to believe with each team. I know Bengals are favorited here. I'm going to go Buffalo just in hopes of, them losing in the Cleveland Browns, still getting a decent lead ahead of them, a 2-game lead ahead of them, and in hopes of the Ravens or the Steelers start to lose out so we can make the playoffs. But if we don't have a quarterback, it doesn't matter. But that's besides the point. I'm going to go Bills here. Last game of the week, we have Monday night, the Chargers headed to New Jersey to play the Jets, as the Jets are given 3.5 points. So that means the Chargers are favored at -3.5. With that, I think, the Chargers just have a way better offense than the Giants did last week, where the Giants almost beat the Jets with -9 passing yards. That's something insane. The Jets, Melf Wilson, I don't think he's going to do anything too crazy this game. I don't know if their defense is going to be able to hold them in this game too much. And I think the Chargers are a pretty decent team to be 3-4. I know they're only favored at -3.5, but I might take them with the spread. So give me the Chargers here. I think they're going to whoop the shit out of the Jets. Now the teams on the bye week, you got the Broncos. They just beat the Chiefs, so shout out to you guys. I don't know how the hell you did that, but that's pretty impressive. The Lions coming off a win against the Ravens, or losing. I apologize to the Ravens. It was a shit show. They got blown out, actually. They did not win. The 49ers on a bye week, along with the Jaguars that just beat the Pittsburgh Steelers as well. So for you guys, thank you for watching. Pick 3 games that you think are for sure locks. We'll make a parlay out of them. We'll do a nice little 3-leg parlay. We'll put $1,000 on it. Probably not 1,000, maybe 10. And then if we lose, we can blame you, right? That's the benefit of betting and trailing other people's picks. So other than that, we appreciate you guys for watching. I apologize, no podcast this week, but next week I'll make sure there is one. Until next time, peace out.
Barbershop Breakroom.